Alrighty, we're good.
Oh shit, I need to pin these before they get buried. Pin. Actually, fuck. I need one. Oh my god, I can't type. Alright. Open the character sheet. Oh. Let's see if that's actually being rolled. Okay, well, there we go. We got it out first thing.
Oh.
And nobody wasted a nat 20.
Don't worry about it. I needed to waste it, clearly.
Yes, he needs to
We're
waste
still
it.
level 11?
Yes.
Okay.
He needs to waste his natural 20s, especially if we're trying to capture somebody alive.
I think you guys are planning negotiations. That should be interesting.
What are we planning again?
You guys were scouting out some ships last night down at the docks. You captured a gunman, a drow gunman at night, and under a suggestion spell from Leo, pretty much spilled his guts on everything and told you guys that the Sea Maidens Fair was the cover for a group of dark elves out of Luskan, led by none other than Jarlaxle Bainray, head of Brigand Aerith. And one of you has a little bit of history with one of the higher-ups in Brigand Aerith. Did anybody hear from Zane before we go any further?
Not even online.
Oh.
Alrighty.
Give him a quick call.
He wouldn't pick up. So, yeah. He's
I wouldn't
either
pick up if you
asleep
called me either.
Or, I don't know. He's probably just dead. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Alrighty. So,
Consider floating disc is a reactor. No, it's a ritual. Sorry.
no, you're good.
Looking through spells because we're taking a long rest, so I want to see if I want to change anything.
Absolutely. Everybody is welcome to do so.
Oh, we took a long rest?
Yes.
Alrighty.
You guys spent the later part of the evening out late, hiding in shadows, and Vil was out disguised as somebody else and scouted the 3 ships, the Eyecatcher anchored out in the bay, and the Hellraiser, and the what was the other one? Heartbreaker. Both docked opposite each other, and there was a lot of activity going on. Seemed sort of a party atmosphere late at night. But your informant that you interrogated told you that they were all dark elves. And then you guys turned him over to your favorite captain.
No.
It's just not true.
That's definitely a realm within the realm of possibility. However, we got in trouble the last time there was a fireball.
I wouldn't even suggest that as a last resort right now.
Fine. Lightning ball then.
I don't ever want to see that again.
So, you guys sleep in pretty late to get your long rest. So it's probably about 9:30, 10 in the morning. There's already a bit of a crowd gathered in the tap room around the yawning portal.
I will report to Davro Starstrong as soon as I see him
Alrighty.
and tell him everything that happened.
He seems a little concerned that it is Dark Elves and you divulge every information. Anything you hold back?
Yes, everything.
All right. And he is particularly interested in the name drop of the leader being in town. And he looks, he's got the half orc and dwarven woman with him. He looks at the two of them and says, "Find out what you can. Somebody should have spotted him by now."
And I will tell him that we ran into him at the carnival, but he was as a human with the fancy hat.
So he tells her to search out the fancy hat.
Okay, once that's back, I'm going to go back to our group and be like, "So, Vil, where are those boots I handed you yesterday?"
They really do.
We're talking about them. I just sort of like gesture to my feet.
What'd you find out about them?
They're really cool. They're actually they're woven of like the same stuff as my cape.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
So
why they look the same.
that's really cool. Will it benefit anybody in the party?
I mean, yeah. I wouldn't be wearing them if they wouldn't.
Would they benefit somebody else more so than yourself? I grabbed them for whoever might need them the most.
Where you grab the boots that are currently on her feet.
I was under the impression that you were able to identify items, and that's why I handed them to you.
Oh, I thought you were giving it to me.
No, I just didn't want them to be on my person when the captain of the guard came, because I didn't want to have to hand them over. Because I could tell that they were magical.
Oh.
So if you're willing to part with them, I don't know what they do, but would somebody benefit from them?
They're really good for like being quiet.
For being quiet?
Yeah.
Well, we do have 2 people in heavy armor. It might help them a little more. And I'm sure once they're done with them, they'd be willing to hand them back to you.
I guess. Knockers, are you not able to talk right now?
I am.
Oh, yeah, he's. Or what?
I am. I can talk.
Okay. Yeah, they are. They matched my cloak, so I really wanted them. I guess they won't really do all that much for me, though, seeing how they're the same sort of magic. Well, actually.
I have no idea what your cloak does.
So my cloak, it gives me advantage from being seen. These give me advantage on checks that rely on moving silently, so these are more hearing, whereas my cloak is seeing.
Gotcha.
Also, the cloak is attunement, the boots aren't.
Huh?
The cloak's attunement, but the boots aren't.
Are the boots attunement?
No, they're not.
Oh yeah, no, they're not. They aren't not. Does anyone want them?
I have my own boots. But
I don't
maybe
know if
Onyx
they
can
might
keep
help
them.
Onyx. He's pretty loud.
I'm sorry.
Is that a you want them?
No, I'm sorry for being so loud. I'll try to be quieter next time.
The boots can help you with that.
But you want the boots, and
Yeah, but a while ago, started teaching me how to be stealthy, and I think using this would kind of be cheating. And I want to get better, because before he left, he tried to give me some advice.
I know.
I wasn't sure because
I will.
Bill has a lot of feelings.
I'll take care of them. And if these two part ways,
Take care of them.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't mean it's good.
That's totally not how I played Hitman. I was really bad at that game.
Don't worry about it. That's how I play every stealth game.
Stealth is an option.
I mean, it is considered stealth if no one knows that you were there. So if everyone is dead, who's to say I was there?
I think that's the move, really.
Just kill everybody.
Exactly.
Then you won't have to worry about it.
I'm just gonna go to this table over here.
That wasn't in character.
That was a great one.
I thank you. I will take the boots and take the time to put them on, I guess.
Real quick, Onyx, did you change your volume or something? Because you are really quiet tonight.
Hold on.
It's good for me. Maybe you might have to just turn them up.
I can do that.
No, how about now?
No, it's unchanged. I'll move you up on my end. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right, that should be better.
All right. Do you hear me better now?
A little bit. I have you at max, so I don't know what it is. All right. Anyways,
Might need to restart Discord or something.
awesome.
I'll find a good spot to do that. So yeah, I take the boots and put them on.
All right. And they adjust in size to fit.
It's like Back to the Future all over again.
So how do we want to go about this confronting this guy?
Let's do knockers. I mean, Yeah, let's just do his idea.
I mean, realistically, they are evil, right? They've
Okay.
been killing people
Let's
in the street.
Let's pretend we do fireball their boat. What if it's magically enchanted so it can't be affected?
Well,
Now we've
and
alerted
then
the
we
city
board.
guard.
I mean, we can take the stealthy approach, okay?
I mean, we're gonna end up in the loud approach anyways.
Yes, but Leo,
But we
the thing
can't do
is
that
that
anyway.
Okay, I mean, I'll just do what you guys want.
I mean, technically, they could like firebolt it first to see if it sets on fire.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
I think I can cast silence.
Not this.
I can. I'll cast silence and then you cast that spell.
I'm pretty sure that could work, Leo, but I don't think a quiet ball of fire would not be unseen.
Be a firework.
We're going to jail
Especially
again.
one so localized
Oh,
around
man,
the
you're
dock.
right.
Okay, all jokes aside of actually fireballing the ship, I mean, we can either walk up and try and have a conversation, or we can try sneak on. And more likely, if we do that, we're gonna have to fight our way to their leader, so then we can have a conversation.
I mean, what are we talking to them about?
And just for your planning, two of them are docked in the up against the shore, opposite each other on the same dockway.
It's
And
the eye biter
third,
that's in the back. That's out in
the
the harbor.
eye catcher is about 400 feet out in the harbor, anchored.
I mean, we want to get to the bottom of them killing elves, other than the stupid reason that the lackey was given, right?
Yeah,
But
but it's entirely possible we're walking into a trap if we try to go diplomatically.
I mean, it's up to you guys, though. If we want to talk before we draw weapons, then that's up to you guys.
I prefer to talk.
I prefer to talk to start out with, and just sort of be prepared as we would anyway.
Should we let someone know what we're planning on doing in case we don't come back?
I mean, you have Bonnie, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could talk to her about it, I guess.
I don't know who else we really know. Well, even none of us really know her either, but she's the most, I guess she trusts you enough.
Right. Well, I don't know how relevant this might be, but I'm kind of getting in with the leader of the Zentarum because he's the one who asked me to look into the murders of the elves. Would it be worth mentioning to him, maybe? Or do we not think we should trust him enough yet?
I don't
We
think
go over really quick again what we know.
We know that the leader of the three ships is a drow in disguise. And he's the one who ordered the hit on the half-elves and elven population, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's
no.
it. No, I thought so. Okay, I remember. The two people that we killed, the one that we killed, he was just insane. I guess he just liked killing.
Yeah,
the
guy you tortured said that he enjoyed killing other elves.
Oh,
and
okay.
that he had recently been sent out to follow him.
Making sure he doesn't get what happened.
Yeah.
The leader name is Jalax.
Jalax Silbanry.
The Jalax Silbanry. Thank you. And I know one of his lieutenant, Fleerek. I don't even know if I said that right. Lenkin.
I'm trying to find it again.
Let me just copy and paste it.
That'll work. I'm sitting here looking at the book. Yes, Felrect Lafine.
Valek Lafine, Jesus. So if anything, I can go talk to Felrek and see how things transpire. And if things escalate from there, then things escalate from there. But we
I
can at
could
least say that we try.
I could also try and do a little bit of recon on like the ships, because I can just transform into a mouse or something for a little while and wander around the ship, because mice are fairly common.
I trust Valek. I don't think he will have anything planned. He does. I don't even think he knows that I'm here. Just me showing up, talking to him. We can probably hash something out. Either an understanding or even gather more information. Maybe even a potential ally.
I suppose you can try.
Wouldn't hurt.
Nagras?
Like I said, it's up to you guys. I don't know half the shit you guys do because I was just watching the cat.
Speaking
So
of,
if you
how
feel
is
it.
it?
If you guys think it's the right course of action, then go right ahead. As long as we're not murdering innocent people, then I'm fine with it. Or, blowing up their breweries.
Sorry.
All right, Onyx, try your way.
Okay. I just want to say before we go that I don't know if he'll feel comfortable with me going to his ship out of nowhere. And on top of that, with the other heavily armed individuals. So I'm not asking you guys to say, but I'm also trying to say, like, let's not be as threatening as we look.
Oh, I thought you would be doing a lot of this yourself.
Okay,
I mean, I figured, if we all walked in, it would be a lot more threatening than just like, oh, you know this guy.
okay, good. I just want to make sure we all understood and know that. So,
But again, I still don't. If that's how we want to do it, I don't feel comfortable you going in alone.
don't worry, I'll bring Leo with me. Do you want to come to
No.
Marcus? Okay.
I can still transform into like a rat for a little while. It only lasts like an hour or so, but
I mean,
if
if you two
something goes
want
awry, I can just pop up.
to, I mean, if you want to come join me as a rat, then I'm not going to stop you. Just be careful not to be spotted.
I can do that. I just Owen, is your owl around?
Yeah, I can make my owl appear.
I'm just not gonna do it when his owl's around.
I wasn't
That
even
would-
gonna follow. I was gonna just hang out here. I was gonna let you guys do your thing.
I think it's more that she'll be afraid that the owl's going to eat her.
Yeah.
Oh no, you don't have to worry about that.
With all the times you were joking about eating my rat, I don't think I can be.
Well,
See what happens when you make hurtful jokes. You lose people's trust. I stand up
that's
and
all right.
start to walk
Should be
out.
okay.
Oof. Bill's gonna follow.
I still think me and Owen should be nearby at least. So if something does break out,
Yeah, I'm okay wandering however far back, but
Yeah.
Hey, Leo, are you following us?
Oh shit.
He's muted right now, so I can't tell.
Hey DM,
What?
do you consider changelings a shape changer?
Yes, I believe so.
I can't use the polymorph spell on myself. The spell has no effect on a shape changer or a creature with 0 hit points.
Huh. Hmm.
So the time when I transformed into like a dinosaur or whatever in the dungeon or whatever, like I can't use polymorph on myself.
Well,
Oh, let's just retcon all the way back to the fucking undead dragon. Here we go, guys.
Yeah, we gotta back up.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Owen. You gotta go.
Oh,
We gotta go back.
pull out
We
any
gotta
knife,
go back.
guys.
Yeah.
Gotta go back to
Owen will give you a call in a
Barovia.
few weeks.
Gotta get back Sid. What level was he again?
Let's see.
But Leo, you are following us to the
I am
docks, right?
pulling up stuff
Okay.
on Changeling just to look real
Okay.
quick.
Because that also means my 10th level transmutation wizard ability thing also wouldn't work because it says you can cast polymorph without expending a spell slot. So like I'm casting polymorph on myself in a certain way. Damn, I didn't realize that.
Hang on just a
I'm
second.
sorry.
No, hang
Your
on a
character just imploded.
second. we're gonna allow it just because we've used it so far. This
I was gonna say in the UA, they had the shape changer ability, but in the Wayfarer's Guide to Eberron, it's not
that's
called
what
that.
I'm.
It's just called change appearance.
Yep. So the official doesn't come out for another 3 weeks, but what is currently the accepted playtest is change appearance, not shape changer. So you are still good.
Nice. Don't have to retcon anything.
No,
Um,
all good. Yeah, it is listed as shape change appearance instead of shape changer.
about because it's the way the polymorph spell is worded.
Well,
The
it will-
spell has no effect on a shape changer or a creature with 0 hit points.
Which you're not. Because nowhere does it say in the changeling stat block that you're a shape changer.
Yeah, because shape changer is a titled ability.
yeah, like doppelgangers are shapeshifters.
Yeah, I was also seeing if there was an NPC version to see if it had the tag. You're, because of how mixed they are, I guess. They're not classed as that, they're just classed as humanoids.
Because they are otherworldly, technically. The whole multiverse thing. But no, they don't have the tag
It's a
shape
tag
changer.
that's given to certain creatures.
Yes. Unless
Okay.
unless you contract like lycanthropy, you don't need to worry about that.
Cool.
Pretty much.
Thank you. Just wanted to be sure on that one because I just realized that was a thing.
She knew all along. It was her master plan to just blow it out of proportion now. That's all.
Okay. So yeah, but we'll just
Yeah.
follow that.
So yeah, those three go, and me and Owen will get around while they do that shit. I mean, yeah, we'll definitely tell you that we're going to be there just in case some shit goes down. So just make a lot of noise and we'll jump in.
So long as you're within 600 feet, I'll be thinking of you.
Okay.
I know how that came out, and I did that on purpose.
Alrighty. So you guys heading out?
Yep.
All right. Who is in the front?
I am.
Leaving the awning portal.
Uh,
All right.
Bill's gonna be last.
Into you. He's sort of laughing and out of breath, and you turn and about the same age, in very similar features to the little boy, and she has this little look of
I look at the boy and look back at the girl and ask the girl, "What's wrong?"
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, no one's hurt.
Check your pockets.
Do you say that, Leo?
Yeah.
Bill's just smiling.
I guess check my pockets.
Uh,
Yeah. So
and a tiefling woman comes around the corner out of breath, and she says, "Terencio, Elzarina, you got to stop playing and stop running around. I will get Willifort to get onto you." And reaches their hand, starts pulling them along.
hey,
But their parents would be so furious with me if they get hurt.
they don't look hurt, so
Hmm.
just
I'm
take it
sorry
easy,
if they
it's
caused
okay.
you any inconvenience.
No, everything's fine.
All right. And she starts to leave with the kids.
I look at the little girl one more time. Because you said that she had like a worried face on. She looked worried.
Guilt. She was chasing him.
Okay. Okay, I thought you said worried. Then I'll look at the tiefling and like try and remember her face.
Okay.
What do you make roll for that?
Yes, make an insight check.
Insight. I'm good at insight. I'm terrible at insight. I lied.
It just seems she was worried for the kids, and she trying to mask that as anger at the kids for playing.
Aww.
All right. I would then start heading towards the dock.
All right. Anything from anybody else?
Nope, I'm just following at a good distance,
Yeah.
kind of looking around.
What you got, Knockers?
No, I'm just gonna keep following as well.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
Bill's gonna just put her hood up.
Go ahead and make a perception, Knockers.
Me as well.
Yes, if you're keeping the lookout.
Yeah. I can't see much.
Oh boy, tonight's gonna go great, guys.
I'm like the guy walking down the street, looking back at the girl walking behind. Bonnie's standing next to me,
Wow.
slapping me.
Did you make
Bill
the check,
just sort of
Knockers?
kicks your shin
am
a
I not
little
showing
bit.
up again?
No.
Mine was 15, by the way.
15? Okay. Let's see. You guys, let me make a.
Let me do that. Do that. Do that.
You do not notice anything.
Oof.
Rip.
We're all gonna die.
No,
Rip
Bill's
run.
already died. He can do that again.
All right. You guys move through the streets, and this place is packed and lively. So travel is relatively slow, and
Even with my little ability.
you move through the street just fine. And you're able to help the group. I forgot about that. So y'all's travel is aided by Vil, as she's able to guide you through a couple of back alleys and dodging in and out of the crowds. And make it down to the docks, and there are ships coming in and out, and the eye catcher is still docked off or still anchored off the coast.
Eye catcher, is that the one that Fleck is in?
That's the one that they told you was Captain Zords or Jarlaxle. He was not able to tell you which ship Felrect would be on.
I thought he did. Okay.
All right, I can't remember if I did or not. So we will retcon it to Heartbreaker. If I did say it.
Okay.
But yes, Heartbreaker and Hellraiser are still docked.
Wow,
I
they
can.
rhyme.
All right, I'll go to Fleck's ship. That would be Heartbreaker, right?
Mhm.
Okay. I'll head to the
As they approach, Bill's gonna just quickly wave her hands in a little motion and just turn into a rat, hopped up on his shoulder.
All right.
Or, no, your hair's not long.
No, it is not.
You have a cloak I can hide under.
Yes.
Bill will hide underneath the cloak.
All right. I will
Also have
be
a
right
backpack.
back. Take a quick break for a second.
Should we tell them that we're coming?
I mean, when we get to the gangplank, we can let them know there.
Okay.
Also, I would have no idea how to get into contact with these guys ahead of time.
Cast a spell.
Well, I don't know how to cast spell.
I mean, I'll cast it.
Inferior.
Can it work like that?
What do you mean? Like me cast it and you send the message? I don't think so.
Yeah.
But you can tell me what to say.
Okay, what's been lagging?
No, just go up to a ship.
And destroy it.
No.
I always come back to a statement like that. All right, so you walk right up the gangplank.
Yes.
Right.
Is anyone like on top of it, or like blocking the ship or anything?
No, there are quite a lot of people about. Switch over to Zeus. Go ahead and add Onyx and Phil. And then I will put the
And
rest
don't
of you
forget about
on my
Leo.
map. See. Where's Leo?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
following them.
Unless you decide to stay down.
Nope, I am staying next to you.
Put you guys on the map so you can see better. What is y'all's line of sight like?
Oh, I need to pull up the stats for a rat. You're right.
Enjoy that 1 HP.
It's okay. I'm the smartest rat that ever was.
Where are you able to transfer your intelligence?
Get a full 20
Don't you-
feet and fucking take one
Don't you take the
damage.
stats from the rat?
I thought when you polymorphed, you still had your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
No,
Oh,
that's
that's-
wild shape from druids.
Oh, rip. Never mind. I'm just a rat. Wait,
Yeah.
so what's actually keeping me, like, wanting to stay on his shoulder?
You still keep your personality and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you
But-
might understand a little bit of what you're trying to do, but
It
maybe
retains its alignment and personality.
But if you saw like a block of cheese, you might jump off his shoulder and try to eat it.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so just go level 2 druid. Alright, after I get on the ship, I look around to see if look at all these people crewmates or just random people on the boat.
Sorry.
I asked if any of these people like are the crew or just like
Yeah, you see a lot of sailor types, a lot of carnies actually. So a lot of people that you saw like the performing attire at the carnival itself, and you hear kind of like anybody with passive over 12 will hear sort of a ruckus below deck of various animal noises.
I'll go up to the nearest guy, so the guy with the nice smile on his face.
Right?
And as I'm looking for Felix,
He eyes you for a second. He says, "Who told you Felric was here?"
He did.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's in a way you did.
He turns and looks at you. You see him sort of like close his eyes for a minute. He goes, "Make a charisma check." Persuasion. Yeah, persuasion. You have advantage. Yeah.
Can I give him bardic inspiration?
Yeah.
All right. Just...
Yeah, sure, I'll use a bardic inspiration on that. What is it right now, Knight?
It's a D10.
B10. Ooh. Oof.
13,
All right, so I got a 17.
Bad. He says, he sort of rubs the back of his head, and what is the passive on the three of you on the ship?
Mine is 15.
13.
This is ridiculous.
Probably like a 2.
Oh, in rat form, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
Onyx,
should have seen sense. Yeah.
you notice a almost imperceptible twitch of his hands as he motions towards a couple of the others in the area. And he says, he should be below deck. Let me go check.
Okay.
Turns and walks off. Hang on. Trying.
Is it nighttime now or is it daytime?
I believe it's daytime.
Technically had the owl.
What is everyone doing? Like those guys?
They're just about hopefully 600 feet away. Maybe closer or, up to them. But so long as they're within 600 feet of me, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, everyone seems to sort of be like tidying the ship, moving around, cleaning up. You guys remember that there was a party going on here last night, and there are still some remnants being cleaned up.
Oh man, I thought we were gonna catch up with the party.
I mean, you were with me last night when we came to this boat.
Yeah, but you didn't want to get on.
I guess that is true.
I'm not going in alone. I'm not crazy.
As I'm talking to Leo, like, kind of help pick up the trash from the party, just to pass time.
Screw it. I'll do the same. I'll just cast prestidigitation everywhere. There's like a puddle or something.
Nice. I love prestidigitation for cleanup.
Yeah. So useful.
All right. Is Mouseville doing anything?
I'm still trying to locate the... I think I found it. I want creatures by. She is sniffing around, going to all the little cracks in the corners. I don't know, what else do mice eat? Other than cheese, obviously.
Grain, meat, each other during panic situation.
Yeah, Mouseville's just gonna kind of wander around sniffing.
Let's see if I got a rat listed on here. I can just give you the stat block.
Be careful, please.
Also,
want you
what
to-
happens to the other mouse when Vil becomes a mouse?
That-
It becomes a part of her, so really she's a
Oh.
mouse inside of a mouse.
Oh my god, that's part of the
Ratception.
poem.
I want. Does Roll20 give a list of beasts by type? Like challenge rating?
And nope, sadly, only like Xanathar Guides does that.
All right, there
Ah,
you go. We're just gonna use rat stat blocks.
Accidentally
That
delivered
should
that.
be available to you now.
thank you.
It's like that, but
Oh,
rats.
thanks, Knockers. I just looked at your message. Hey, there's the rat. That's me. Oh, I thought I looked cuter than that. Darn. Oh, yo, I'm great at smell, though. Yeah, she is smelling the heck out of this room.
You're on top deck, or did you go under?
She would have ridden on Owen's, or Onyx, like the back of his neck until they were alone, pretty much.
Okay.
Or as
yeah,
alone
right.
as they could be.
Yeah, right now you guys are above deck.
So then, yeah, she'd be above deck first, and then try and like climb down the back of his back and like down his leg, and try and not make it known that she just came out from his cloak. And then just sort of. No, actually, she would just stay up there for a little bit.
All right.
Hey, Vil finally has dark vision.
All right. So he makes you guys wait for several minutes. What's Knockers and Owen doing?
Fucking waiting for the boat to explode in some sort of way.
All right. And then guy returns and he eyes the two of you and like nods for you to follow him.
Hey,
Alright.
can I come to the next party?
He looks down at you and goes, "We'll be sure to send an invitation. Felrect will be in contact with you."
Thank you. I head down. Well, first I dispose of the trash that I picked up, then head down to downstairs.
All right.
Oh, and there they go.
And yeah, from wherever you guys were, you were able to see them on top deck, and you guys see them be led down into the ship. So you're led down below
As they're
deck.
walking, Vil is gonna sort of skitter down and hop off.
Alright, where is
I'm not gonna lie, that image seems very out of place. Like this token right here.
Yeah. Yeah, the pictures they chose for the gunslingers are weird.
I mean, it's a nice picture and all, but still, just like way out of left field.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he leads you in, and there is a human man sitting at a desk, and he says, Felricht. There's an emphasis behind it, and he says, friends of yours. And he turns and closes the door as he leaves.
Hello, Felric. It's been some time.
And you very clearly remember Felric being a dark elf, and this is a human man.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's what you said. But then I want to say that. I'll look at him like, you're not Felric. Unless you're in a disguise.
And this is he eyes you for a minute, and you can tell he's searching his memory. This is Onyx.
Yes,
Been a while.
I agree. Maybe I should have gave him a more apt description of me. Probably wouldn't have taken so long. I extend my hand out to shake his. How you been?
Door. And there was a hallway out the door.
What's this? Like, is it stairs up or down?
Let's see. Those go down.
Bill is gonna get quietly.
No, not really. Not really any stands. All right, I gotta jump you over to a different map.
Oh,
This one.
okay.
Right? No. No. Yeah, you're right the first time. So that one.
Oh, hello.
There, and you see two guys down this hallway, and there are pens with animals. You hear the animals moving around. And
How tall are the stairs? Can Bill, like, climb up one? Can Vil crawl up one of the stairs?
yes.
Okay, I just want to be sure she could get back out.
Yes. All right. And what did you say to Felret?
I pretty much just walked up to him, extended my hand, and say, "It's been a while. How you been doing?"
Found work. And it seems like you've done the same.
Yes.
How did you come across my name?
I don't know how to explain it without causing too much of a problem. There was someone, I don't know if he was one of your own, might have been from another part of your group, but I stumbled across him, subdued him, asked him questions, and your name sadly came up.
He actually sits back down at the desk. It says, "You have anything to do with Saloon's death?"
Saloon was the one that got his head cut off, right?
That is correct.
Personally, no.
And he turns and looks at you, Leo.
Hi.
Oh, right. This is Leo.
He's eating his rations. I didn't get to eat breakfast in the morning. Sorry.
Yes, this is Leo. He is a friend of mine. Leo, Falric, Leo.
How you doing?
So what can I do for the two of you?
I look down at Leo again.
Invite me to one of your parties.
No, Leo, the other thing.
These people tend to party pretty frequently. I'm sure you can just walk right on in and nobody will say a word.
Shit. Cool.
All right, since you're not going to say it, Leo, we're looking for a particular item. Sadly, one that I believe that you two are looking for. Now, I do not want us to cross blade. So, I came here out of respect for you and for our friendship to understand that we may cross paths. Just know that I wish not to cross blades with you. And if you can also lead us in the right direction as well. Maybe we can be an ally instead of enemies.
Says, I don't think there's anything Jarlaxle won't do for the stone. So what do you know about it?
Everyone wants it.
That's pretty much all that I was told. I don't know if Leo's been told more, but that's all that was shared. That everyone wants it. Might be powerful. From what I guess is magical in property. But then again, I never heard of anyone going after something for the symbolism.
And you actually see a smile crack his face. He says, so you don't know a damn thing about it, do you?
Sadly, I'm in the dark. As I look around and realize that I am in the dark, and I... Sorry. Pun was not intended.
He would actually... There would be some light. Limited, but there would be enough light for you to be able to see.
Okay.
And he reaches over and opens a drawer in his desk and pulls out a rock and says, Jarlaxle, we got an old friend willing to help you find this stone. Should I send him your way? And he nods and he slides the rock into his pocket and closes the desk drawer. It says, ready to take a trip out to the eye catcher?
Who's Jarlaxle?
And now Rick turns to look at Leo and then back at you, Onyx, like, seriously, this guy? What?
Just like you, he saved my life. And therefore, I saved his.
Constantly.
All right, Bill, what are you doing? You with us, Bill?
Oh no, she's gone full rat. She's no longer able to speak common.
Sorry, I muted myself. Phil doesn't want to get eaten today. So she's gonna go down a little further in the ship.
All right. Jump over there.
Are these all doors right here?
Yep.
Closed, I'm guessing?
Yes, they are.
Phil's gonna sniff around then. Does she smell anything interesting?
No. It seems you get like sort of the faint smell of. Actually, go ahead and make your perception at advantage.
Heck yeah. Oh wait, that was initiative. Wait. How
Yeah,
do
you don't
I?
need initiative, and you've got the whisper. Hang on, let me turn the whisper rolls off.
Oh, thank you. How do I roll perception as an animal?
I think it's just a straight D20 roll.
Uh,
A plus.
Yep, it is a straight D20 and rat. 10, 17. All right.
We shouldn't have left them together.
I mean, it could be worse. Zane could be with them.
Actually blow up the ship.
That wouldn't make it much better.
They would be like, right, this isn't a joke. Bang!
Let's see. Um,
Maybe Zane just isn't coming tonight.
what?
You're a rat. Rats can't talk.
Oh. All right. So let's see. I get the ruler. These rooms, you
Yeah.
get sort of like the faint smell of people, like clothing and attire type stuff.
Okay.
And you get these two side passages.
Mhm.
You get that strong sense of chemical like cleaning. And at the far end of the ship, past the two people you see, you get
Mhm.
a very damn, that's another train. You get a very strong sense of smoke powder, very reminiscent of Owen. And a lot of that smoke powder in the air the last night with the drow.
Vil sneezes.
Take 1 point of damage.
That'd be real unfortunate.
What I miss? I had AFK a second.
Oh damn. I don't happen to retain my feat, would I? That I can read people's lips?
I don't think so. Let me pull it up again.
Probably. I don't think so. I only retain my
It's also questionable that you would know how to speak common or
Yeah.
understand.
Yep.
Yeah.
Given that you can't speak. Yeah.
Rip. Okay. But we'll just head back up then. Nothing obviously suspicious here.
Alrighty. So back past all the animal pens.
Bill gets the workout of her life on these stairs. Like she's
And
her whole body weight up there.
And as you reach the top, you see Owen and Leo being led out the door by Felric.
Owen,
Scampers over onto
Not me. Onyx.
Onyx, yes.
We're contemplating opening up a stand in the merchant square and selling
Yeah.
all of Ville's stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying it and your name popped up. So, yes,
Bill
Onyx and
scampers
Leo.
over to. Is Onyx the one with the boots now?
yes.
Bill scampers over to Onyx's boot and just slips into the boot.
I shift my foot around in the boots to allow Vil some room.
Thank you. Phil is squishy. She's already a wizard, but now she's squishier.
And it probably stinks in there too.
Dang, you're right. She'd probably try and.
I take care of my equipment every night before I go to bed. I clean my stuff.
It's only been an hour. It
These
can't
have
be
not
too
been
bad.
cleaned unless Ville cleaned them last night, and they are on a dead drow's body.
You know, you're right.
Vil smells it in there and decides she's had enough and scampers up his clothes instead. Scampers up his back to hide under the clothes.
Alrighty. Let's see something. Make a stealth check.
Not at advantage. Oh, and as a rat. Oof.
Yeah.
A little elven cloak hangs on the rat.
Oof.
Oh.
That's unfortunate.
The elf turns to look at the rat scurrying up your pant leg, Onyx,
Oh.
and he says,
I look down at the rat.
Yeah.
I quickly pick up the rat and turn to Leo and say, "Leo, please take better care of your pet."
Oh no, don't mind his bills.
Oh my god.
Felric, he reaches for something at his hip. He says, "Oh, we've got a lot of rats. You want me to take care of that one?"
No, that's mine. I mean, it's Bill's. It's she collects rats. I don't know why.
Make a deception check.
I
I'm
mean,
not
it's
lying,
not
no.
wrong. It's not wrong.
Okay, make a
It's
persuasion check.
already falling apart. So close.
Oh, 28.
We're good.
Damn boards. So he takes his hand off the weapon at his side. All right. And Owen, yes, Owen and Nokris, you guys see a man and Onyx and Leo come back above deck, and he walks
Right as
over-
we were gonna fireball.
Yeah. It leads him over to the rowboat on the side, and he climbs in and he pulls a hood up over his face and gestures for you two to join him.
I'll get on.
Well, this is going to be awkward.
Vil,
mean,
as
the
a rat
other-
and having a rat brain is terrifying.
He
The
gestured
other,
for us to join.
No, for
Oh,
for Onyx and Leo.
I mean, we wouldn't know this. I
Yeah.
was going to ask if the other ship they were going to is also the other one that's docked, but we don't know that.
Well, I mean, I could bamf us over there if I needed to. Got a
I mean-
500 range on my dimension door.
Well, I mean, I guess Nocris is just going to keep him in sight.
Yeah, I'm gonna send the owl out to follow them in the boat.
All right.
Yeah. Because if we can just walk around and stay on land and they just get onto the other boat, then we should be fine. But if they start going to one that's like not there, then I'm probably gonna have to fly after them.
No. So Leo, Onyx, and Vil, you guys are inside the rowboat with Felrict. He has it lowered and begins to row out to the eye catcher.
Is it possible that he will let me row?
Yes. If you ask, he will offer you the oars.
I'll ask.
And he hands them over.
All right.
Now he can stab you without having to drop the ours.
There it is.
And you guys, let's see, I will have Owen and Nocris make a perception check.
See if this rolls.
Yes.
An advantage for perception. Doesn't help.
Nocris, you notice, and all of you in the rowboat obviously will notice, that the human man, his skin is now remarkably darker under that hood as he is rowing away from the boat.
Oh, I also need to roll.
No, you'll be able to. You're on the boat.
Okay.
All right. Rows all the way over. He offers some hand signals to some of the humans on deck, the eye catcher, and they pull up the rowboat and welcome you aboard the eye catcher. And everyone's now that you're on deck with them, you're watching them. That very subtle hand movements is their form of communication over words most of the time.
Huh.
My owl's gonna land on Onyx's shoulder.
I'm gonna look at the owl. And then look at Fleck. Animals, they just seem to like me.
Onyx is actually a druid, guys.
I mean, I was kind of thinking about subclassing into a druid as Onyx.
Now is the time.
So I shed my armor, and now my rock exterior is my defense. I let go of my swords and shield, and now pick up a stick and always cast Shillelagh.
Right. And
I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard Shillelagh, I thought that was a musical instrument.
and you guys over to the eye catcher. Just so you guys were able to see, especially with Owen doing the Twitch stream. There you guys go.
Yeah, if we can, we would walk around so we get a better view from the docks, whatever.
Thank you.
All right.
I can't move myself in that. Oh wait, no, that's your owl. Never mind. Vil will never leave.
All right. Let's see. Where is it?
Yeah, so I'm in
Um,
the eyes and ears of my owl right now. I'm just sitting on the dock, pretty much comatose.
Okay.
Or hold on, knockers, whatever.
All right. They lead you up to the aft deck and into a cabin. Let's see. Dang it. Tried to get everybody at once and it didn't work. And there we go. So, and Leo. All right.
What's the guy I was talking to when I was drunk?
No, this is a believe. Yeah. This is a woman by the name of Tarwin Airyhook. She stands up and introduces herself.
Wait, which
Just,
one?
this one.
Oh no, I was talking about that one.
No,
That-
this standing there is a wood and metal construct, vaguely humanoid.
Oh, okay.
His hat is very reminiscent of Captain Zord's.
Phil wants a cool hat.
So yeah, Captain Airyhook stands up and offers a hand to each of you in turn, introducing herself. And she says, Zord commands the 3 ships. I hold over when he's off ship. I am led to understand he's on his way here.
Then shall we wait for him?
Is she's a human, you said?
Human. Yep.
Okay.
Shall we wait for him to show up before discussing anything, or just start and catch him back up when he gets here?
She says, what can you tell me about the stone? I was led to believe, and she looks at Felric, that you didn't really know anything to offer us.
I may not know much, but I am still looking for it, and I am willing to help you in any way. Either by...
Yeah, that's a good question. It only lasts an hour.
Hmm.
I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but
But yeah.
Throw it to the water. Wait, this is mine, right?
What?
No, I was joking. Like throw it in the water, like saying, "Oh wait, this isn't my rat."
Like a minute left.
I'll grab her and throw her in the water.
All right. Is the owl still flying overhead, or is it with
No,
you
it is
guys?
perched on Onyx's shoulder.
All right. That'll work.
I mean,
Is the door behind us still open?
No.
but yeah. My friend here is also skilled with magic. I'm pretty sure he has something that could also help track this item that you're looking for.
And she looks very interested in this and looks at you to continue. Make a perception check at advantage.
You guys can continue this off to the side.
Have you been in the sewers, or have your people been in the sewers?
We've done some scouting.
So you know other groups are looking for it, right?
Oh yes. From my understanding, the Xanathar possessed it for a short time.
Hmm.
And that damned Urstal Floxen stole it. And nobody can seem to know where he's at.
Well, the last time we were in the sewers, I don't know if this is relevant, we came across a half-orc wizard, right?
Yeah.
And a monster that looked like it had a octopus for a head.
She sort of squints at you and she goes, "An octopus?"
Well, it wasn't really an octopus. It was like it had a human body, but the head had like tentacles coming from where the mouth should be. I didn't really get a good look at it. It disappeared once it saw us.
So Xanathar has employed an Illithid. That's interesting.
Mass, what is an illithid?
A lot of people have been asking that for a while. I think they're more alien than anything.
Hmm.
All right.
Maybe we can ask Volo as I pull out one of his books.
60 feet per round. Dang. That's pretty good. All right. Yeah, if you have a copy of Volo's Guide to Monsters, it does have a chapter on illithids.
Wish I would have read this before coming across it.
They say anything about those frog brains things?
I looked through Volo's guide for frog brains. Actually, mid-search, I realized what I'm doing. I closed the book and put it away. I'm sorry, I should not have been reading in front of you. That is very rude of me.
And let's see, there is about the time you're sliding the book away, there's a puff of purple smoke in the corner of the room. As Captain Zord appears out of the faint shimmer of a purplish doorway.
Oh shit. Counterspell.
And he looks across at the everyone gathered and then focuses on Leo and he goes, "Are we sober today, my friend?"
Against my will.
Let's see if we can fix that. And he walks over to a chest and pulls out a bottle of wine. And walks right beside you guys to this cabinet beside you and starts pulling out glasses and pouring them.
Would we have seen him go to that boat while being on the docks? I wouldn't have because I'm in the eyes of the owl, but I don't know if Knockers would have.
Knockers, make a perception check.
Roger that.
Oh, damn. Yes. I said it at DC 22. Yes. You saw a quick flash of purple from one of the side like shanty buildings on the docks.
I'll mark down where it is in my head and just continue waiting. to make sure these guys don't die.
All right. Onyx and Leo, he each hands you a glass of wine and then begins drinking from his as he hands another one to Tarwin.
I'll just look at Onyx and drink.
And you notice that he does not hand one to the construct or to Felric.
Oh,
I'll look at Felric and then look at the. I already forgot his name. Jarek, and say,
Yeah, Captain Zord, quote unquote.
And yeah, then look at the captain and say, why isn't Felric getting one?
Oh, Felric there doesn't drink.
Understandable. I drink the wine. And then I put the glass on the table and say, normally I don't drink either, but this is a special occasion.
And Captain Zord sits down and props his feet up on the table. And he says, so tell me what little you do know of the stone.
Leo, how much did your father tell you about the stone?
It's valuable. Everyone wants it. And we know that. Well, we know pretty much what they know. I think, but they probably know a little bit more. But yeah, it's pretty much the same. That the Xanathar Guild had it, and then that Urxolfloxen had it, and we don't know who has it actually at the moment.
I've been told that you've spent some time with the young Neverember. He never mentioned anything of it?
Oh yeah, the guy we saved at the warehouse.
Yeah, Raynar Neverember.
Right. Oh, did we even talk to him about the stone? I don't even think we knew about it.
And Jarlax will Captain Zord finishes the first glass of wine and is pouring himself another while you guys are discussing Raynar. He says, he says, all right, so here it is. His father, former open lord, embezzled a fair bit of money and has hidden it in the city. The stone has the location. I want the money. You guys help me get it. You get a cut.
Cool. I don't want to get cut though.
Who said anything about getting cut?
You just did.
That is true. You did say you'll get it.
I want to share.
And he touches the index finger to his nose and points at you. He says, "Fair enough." And he looks at Felric and he goes, "And I won't have him shoot you either."
Ooh. Oh shit.
I'll prefer that he didn't.
Oh, and back on the ship, Felric does appear to be human again. I did forget that part.
If you can point us in a direction, we can get started on looking for this thing, or for the stone.
This is, as far as we know, a rogue Xantarum agent by the name of Urxolfloxen has it. We have quite a lot of people out looking for him.
Have you talked to him?
Have I?
Yeah.
No, I have not. I would have the information by now if I had.
I mean, just cast message. I mean, sending.
He does not respond.
No.
That the person you're looking for, he he's in a guild, right? Not a guild. He's in a gang, right? I bet. I'm getting ready to play Raven because I'm having guild on my mind. Because if he's in a guild, goddamn, I said a guild again. we can start by we can start by talking to the gang members first, and then hopefully they might lead us to it. Since we're not technically part of your group, we can go in much louder than you can, and it won't cause any problem.
It says, I've already spread a few coins their direction, and nobody seems to be willing to discuss it. He severed connections. The legitimacy within the city is challenged by Erstal. A bad seed, if you would.
Well, better than nothing, if you ask me.
Owen, at this moment, there's just a click in your brain that Bonnie had asked you to look for her uncle.
Yeah.
And the tiefling woman that was addressing the children said that name.
Was I out there when that happened? Because I know Onyx was in front for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys were all coming out.
Okay. And did they just mention the name in there?
No.
Okay. So I have a Eureka moment and shout it as in poor Nocris's ear.
Yep. Willifort was the name of her uncle.
I have that written down, just not my notes active, because I wasn't planning on doing that right now.
Right. Vil, you are aware that you are coming up on the end of your polymorph spell. No. The windows are closed and the door behind Leo is closed.
I was just texting up a message when you were saying that, actually. Is there a crack underneath the door?
No.
That's unfortunate. Is there that's a table, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a low table?
No, it's pretty much your average like dining table.
Is there a tablecloth that goes to the ground?
Yeah.
There is a partial tablecloth. It just barely hangs over the edge of the table. Oh, wait. He should be sitting here. He says, he having finished the wine, he says, so do you have any ideas for getting me this stone?
As of right now, no. But if I know that, Leo, you do have like locate object, right?
No,
Okay.
that was Reed.
Of course.
Leo, did you see your sending?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay.
If we
Go ahead and make an insight check.
me?
Yeah, Leo.
Okay.
Okay.
He rolls a 1. It's going to be a...
This ship is so getting fun.
This guy's been very, very nice, and he gave you a glass of wine.
I'll turn around and say that, and then turn back around.
What?
It's because I have to move my mouth essentially, because they don't hear anything, but I have to move my mouth to respond.
Yep.
Oh, right.
So I
Um,
just basically turn around, say that, and then turn back around.
Bill is going to try to skitter underneath the table without being noticed.
Make a stealth check.
Oh no.
gotta use my passive perception to see that. Unless you get a +2 to that.
No, I don't.
Don't get any bonuses stealth. Eek.
Yeah, I have a +0 to Dex and a +0 to Wisdom. The only two things I have used as a
Nice.
Huh, you would think that bats would get a bonus to stealth.
Right?
Um,
But that's not small. That's noticeable.
but I'll just say before I leave, if we find anything, we'll let you know. If you find anything, please let us know. We will investigate in our own way. And I hope that we are not forced to cross swords.
Noted. And take your rat with you.
Of course, I
Oh
pick up
shit! It got away again.
Leah. I pick up Bill. God damn, I'm tired right now.
Why are you picking me up?
He said rat. I pick up Leo and Bill. Open the door and walk out.
And then
I'm more surprised that they didn't say anything about the owl.
yes, they do.
They did?
No, I'm sorry, I got another message.
Okay. It's like, hey, don't mind the owl on my shoulder. I'm just a walking, talking pet shop right now.
All right, so Felrecht is about to take you guys to the rowboat to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Bill.
So, toss me, I bite your hand.
I drop her.
I scamper. Is there a plank or anything to walk off?
Basically just the side of the ship.
How fast does your rat move?
Not very.
Because my owl could fly 60 feet. It would just grab Vil and just take her off. Seeing
Yeah,
a
I
rat,
can
it would
only
just
move 20 feet.
yeah. My owl would just realizing. Well, okay. What should I roll to see if I can realize what's going on right now?
Insight.
Nope.
Oh, why are we so bad?
All the 8s.
I tried.
And I too. You know what? I don't like doing this, but this is very critical. Can I true roll insight to see why Bill bit me?
Yep.
Whoops, I did not mean to roll with advantage. Want to re-roll it
Still
again,
the
or we
first
just
number.
taking the 18?
We'll take the first number, yeah.
Okay. Realizing what is going on, I try to make it look like I'm trying to pick her up, but actually scoop her up and throw her in the water.
All right.
Wait, what you do?
Fucking tosses her across half the ship
Yeah.
into the water.
So, Bill, you splash into the water, and
I'm guessing that's 1 hit point of damage.
No, you'd be fine.
And I just say, "Oh no, Leo, you're right. I'm sorry. I
Man,
tried.
where am I getting? You know how hard it was to fucking catch one?
I'm sorry, Leo. We'll get another one."
God dang it.
That's what just happened to poor Vil in rat form.
Animal abuse. Don't worry, because she's a smaller creature to the surface level. She's not gonna. It's not gonna hurt her too much from falling from a ship deck. So she should be fine. Just as
Yeah.
long as she doesn't surface immediately. Quick cast water breathing.
And
I
yeah,
actually do have that. Yes.
Yeah.
She will, in fact, do that one.
all right.
I was prepared for ship.
And I'm guessing you're not ritual casting.
That's a hard no. Bill
Alright.
doesn't have that kind of air.
All right. I get you to make a perception check at advantage.
Who?
Bill.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Good enough. Hang on just a second.
Did we
Well,
witness?
you
Well,
know
did I
that-
witness the fucking rat being launched
Yes.
off the ship?
Yes.
Also, while Bill's down there, are there any windows or anything?
That's what your perception's for.
I figured as much.
All right. All right. So as you start to dive, you notice that there is something attached to the bottom of this ship.
Bill is intrigued.
It almost appears to be large metallic manta ray type attachment. And there are windows down both sides.
Like, is it an animal?
No.
Oh
It is reminiscent of a manta ray in design, but it is definitely made of some form of metal.
Bill's gonna check it out.
Make an investigation check.
I love those. Not at advantage. Not.
Nope.
Not. Oh.
All right. And make a stealth check.
Oh. She had her hood on when she transformed.
Yes, you're good. All right. So you swim up and start to look at this thing. I can't remember how big it is. It is. Damn, it doesn't say. Let's see. About 75, 80 feet long.
Oh boy.
And looking inside the window, you see a number of. You see 3 drow and 4 gnomes moving around inside one of the central chambers.
Regular gnomes, not deep gnomes.
Regular gnomes.
They're just moving around in there, like walking in a circle. Like, does it look like a ritual, or just walking around like they're looking for something?
They seem to be. The gnomes seem to be working on mechanical parts and whatnot, and the drow seem to be watching over them.
Can I look around the manta ray thing? Does it look like it has any like propellers or anything like that? Can I try and figure out what it would be for?
Yes, I would say with your intelligence that you'd be able to put together that this is some sort of submarine vessel.
Why would they need a submarine vessel?
Better question. Why do they have a submarine?
Bill's just gonna like take notice of that, and then head back up,
All right.
I guess.
You guys
Are there any more of them down there, or is it just that one?
just that one.
Okay. Does it look like how did they get in there? Like, is it attached to the ship in some way? Or
Yes.
how is it connected to the ship?
Top of the submarine to the bottom of the ship. There seems to be some sort of mechanism in place. You're not quite sure how.
And they're not working underwater, right? Like it's airtight, it looks like, and
Yes.
everything? Okay.
What's Knockers doing after he saw the rat eat it into the ocean?
I mean, if somebody goes after her, I guess I'm just waiting for her to surface. I mean, how dark is the water? How far away is the ship from the dock, actually?
Yeah, you would not be able to see her in the water.
Okay.
I think he said it was 400.
About 400.
Yeah. Right. Then yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for her to just reappear, either by teleporting or coming up for air.
While she's down there, can she swim over towards where the docks are, but like obviously like below the surface?
Yes.
Trying to see if there's any like hidden tunnels or caves or anything that
Make a
sort of
perception check.
requires some sort of vehicle to navigate down there. Perception?
Yes, perception.
Oh, sorry. First one.
First one. Yeah. Let's see.
And will be for days.
Now you got it stuck in my head.
All right. So you're scanning the bottom of the ocean. There is some shipwrecks and whatnot down there. Nothing's really catching your interest, and then you notice there's a pretty large shadowed object moving up towards you from the bottom.
Oh. Time to eat. How fast does it look like it's moving?
Hang on. It appears to be moving pretty quickly.
Fun fact, Villa's now slower than her rat.
Yeah.
It does not seem to be struggling with the water like you would be.
I figured as much. That's unfortunate.
All right, my group on the rowboat, you guys are coming up on dock, not too far away. Felric does not take you back to the Heartbreaker. He takes you to dock.
As you say, that's the dock, I say, Felric. since you're in town, maybe we can, have a proper reunion without business,
He looks up at the ship and he says, "I try not to leave, especially during the day."
Of course not.
And he turns and starts walking up the gangplank. If you have nothing else to say to
I
him.
give him the empty cup because I forgot to give it back.
he takes it and he looks down at you and he just shakes his head and walks off.
I wave goodbye and say, till next time. That wasn't so bad, Leo. I think we made some good progress.
Mhm.
And I figured you'd be okay with this since, you don't really like your father, and your father's the one who put us on this mission. So,
Yep.
one of his rivals having it wouldn't be such a bad thing for us. Or at least for you. Let's go meet up with Owen and Nokris. Hopefully Bill's alright. as I look across the water. Yeah, she's alright. I believe in her.
Thanks.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
All right. What is Knockers and Owen doing?
Where we can't see Vil. Can we see these guys coming towards us?
Yes.
I'm just waiting. I assume Vil was fucking teleported out somewhere so she doesn't get seen, I guess. Unless she came close enough to the dock that I could see her at any point.
Nope. She had made a point to be below surface.
Well, then yeah, I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Bill is going to turn into a giant crocodile.
All right.
Giant one?
Yes.
Fuck. Do I have...
I have the stats pulled up in a different tab of.
Okay, so you're good.
Yeah.
It does not have one. I can probably pull one. Let's see. Just add it. Edit. Fill. Fill. Oh. Changes. There you go.
She changes. She's actually a giant.
Giant what?
She's a giant shark. Sorry.
Giant shark.
Sorry about that.
You're good. I'm trying to pull it up so you can have the stats clickable.
Oh, thank you.
And
So close to having no combat, guys. But hey, it was either this or an entire ship. 2 ships, to be exact.
Yeah, I think I'm about to fucking fire with a ship with failed to surface anytime this century.
all right. So, and as it gets, no crap. What? What's the size on this? All right. So as you turn yourself into a giant shark, you notice that the creature approaching seems to be quite a bit bigger.
Oh. Vil swims for her life.
And let's see. You do hear a voice call out that says, wait, no need to panic. As you're swimming away.
Vil kind of like pauses a second and like turns her head so she can see him.
I
You start
make
suffocating.
shortcut. All right.
Don't panic, for I am already here.
All right. So now, via the shark's eyes, you have a pretty good sight of this dragon in the water.
Oh yeah, I have blind sight. Yo! There's just a dragon chilling out?
Yep.
The dragon chilling out underneath the sea.
Wait, no. What? Giant shark? Oh, shit. No, you would be bigger. Huge is bigger than large.
Yeah.
Dum DM.
Oh.
So, yes, you would be
Dragon swims
bigger.
away.
Bill's gonna fuck up a dragon.
What would
Well,
you like
that
to do?
already happened, so I'll just roll with it.
Are you still swimming away?
Corey, what are you? Wait, I can't talk.
You cannot talk.
So she just kind of pauses and gives him a look, swishing her tail back and forth a little bit.
And the dragon looks back at the ship with the submarine and says, "Did you just come from there?"
I technically can't understand language. So Vil's gonna transform back to a elf child. Yeah. Yeah.
You revert back?
Yeah. Do I still have my water breathing?
Yeah, for 24 hours.
Heck yeah. Not so much from it necessarily. I was looking at it. It's weird, isn't it?
It is. I've been wondering what it is for weeks.
They've been down. How long have they been down here?
Weeks.
Working on it. How long have you been there? Here. What are you exactly? I've never seen a dragon underwater.
He says, I can't get into the city, but apparently I'm safe out here.
Why do you want to go into the city?
It looks fun.
Yeah? Well, what kind of fun things about?
He says, I have treasure if you can tell me what that submarine is. Or what that thing is.
Well, since you
I'm
already know,
reading the
Zoe.
stuff. Yeah.
It's a machine. I'm not really sure why they're building it exactly, but it's something that can swim underwater and it can carry a bunch of people. So they don't have to like use magic like I am right now. They can just sort of move wherever they want to in the water. And I'm guessing, I don't really know, but they probably have they have gnome builders, which are generally fairly great builders. Not as much as dwarves perhaps, but they're inventive in ways. So they might be making it for like really deep undersea travel.
He seems like taken back by this information. And he just seems to be listening to you very intently.
Vil becomes best friends with a dragon.
This is one of the weirdest characters I've ever read in their modules.
I love them. Wait, what's your name?
He says, I'm Zelopharn.
Zelopharn? Thank you. I wasn't sure if it ended in an N or an M. What a cool name. Where did you come from?
This is all around. Been swimming a while. Found the city and it looks amazing. There's so much life and gold. I can smell gold.
There's a lot of gold. Why can't you go up there? I mean, does Vil know that dragons can transform? Is that a thing?
Let's see. Make a history check at disadvantage. You're not from Waterdeep, right?
No.
All right. Make a history check at disadvantage.
Oof.
Not real sure. But he says, I don't know. It's like there's some sort of wall I can't get past.
That's really sad.
But I collect the gold that falls down here.
Does a lot of gold fall down here? Oh, the ships. She just sort of looks over to the shipwrecks.
He says, well, thank you for telling me about the weird vehicle.
I think it's something like, well, actually, no, she wouldn't know what it's like. Well, it goes underneath the water, so it's almost like a aquatic transport, like that the water submarine, maybe.
I love it.
Yep. It's
Bill has just
Oh.
canon submarine.
Vil coined the term.
He says, well, as promised. And he dives down. Like really fast. And you wait a moment and you start seeing him swimming back up towards you. And in one hand,
he's like a little child.
in one hand, he has a chest. And he holds it out to you, and it's nearly as big as you are.
Jeez.
Oh, geez. I'm not sure if I can carry this all the way up there.
Let's see. No, see, I keep picturing him as bigger. He's really not
Yeah.
that big, is he?
No,
No,
Zelfarn
he
is a young dragon, I believe.
Yeah.
He's a little baby. I love him.
Yeah.
He's my favorite character so far.
So, now you would be able to transport the chest. It would be very difficult, but you would be able to do it, especially with your water breathing up.
Vil will do it.
He
Thank
says,
you so much. I'll come by and see you again sometime.
I look forward to it. He says, if you find out more, let me know.
Absolutely. If I check back again and you see like it's or anything, could you also let me know?
To what?
I'm asking him like if she checks back every now and then, if she can like if he or Zillafarn can tell her like what they've been up to, essentially.
Oh, yes, I can.
Cool. I'll see you again then sometime then. Thank you.
And he will actually wave at you as you swim away.
Phil gives him a little wave too.
Oh, Vill's got a friend.
Vill's got a new best friend. She has a lot in common with dragons. What can she say?
You know, very far away, if you listen closely, you can hear the sound of Sid's heart being broken.
Oh no!
Oh,
That is so cute.
Bill returns to the surface. It's been like a couple minutes now,
Mhm.
and Bill just returns with a treasure box.
I have Narcos's hand behind his back, like, no, you're not gonna blow up the ship.
Now listen here. I would never. Look, there's normal people on board, okay? Only if they're evil. Onyx, only if they're evil.
You keep saying that, but
I haven't killed anybody innocent ever. Name one.
Vil waves from the depths of the ocean.
Fucking evil.
She is an innocent elf child.
100% a vampire at that moment.
Sid is not
Right.
there, but he would also agree, yeah, you were evil at that point.
So yeah, you guys are trying to discuss the plans of blowing up the ship and where Vil is, and she comes up out of the water hauling a chest up onto the docks.
Hey guys! I'm completely soaked, I'm dripping, but like I have the biggest smile on my face you've ever seen.
I turn to Narcos and say, see, she's perfectly fine.
Guys, I met a new friend.
are you
I
saying
look
that
at-
fish are friends, not food?
Uh-oh.
No. Can someone help me carry this? It's a little heavy for me.
Yeah, sure. I go down and help her grab the chest.
Come on, we have to go, maybe back to the inn or something. I'll tell you everything.
Okay, then. Also, those people were very fucking evil on that ship. What the hell, Leo?
No? Oh, I mean, they gave me stuff.
I mean, yeah, but they also talked about shooting you.
Oh, he said he wasn't gonna do it though.
Yes, he did clarify that he will not cut us or have him shoot us, so not evil.
Mm-hmm. Whatever. Let's go.
I mean, should we blow up the ship?
No.
Oh, okay.
Maybe later.
Alrighty. So where are you guys headed to now? Okay.
I will very audibly ask them how the conversation went with asking about the murderer that we stopped.
Oh yeah, also that. What the fuck? That guy
Oh.
clearly worked for them, and you didn't bring it up once.
Well, I don't want to get killed.
And also, what the fuck is this stone that
Well,
you guys are talking about?
Wasn't that part of the point of talking to them?
I thought we were talking about the stone.
They
Yeah, I
brought
was there
up the
for
stone.
Also, what stone?
The stone of galore.
The fuck is that?
I don't know, but everyone's looking for it. So
Yeah.
it must be valuable.
So we're just gonna casually help some evil drow get it.
No. Maybe.
I mean, it's either that or we give it to Leo's father, and he's not really a good guy either. From what
Or
Leo...
we give it to the open lord.
Yeah, that works too.
Or
I
we
vote
keep
for
it.
not giving it to evil people.
What if we keep it?
Well, I mean, if we keep it, everyone's gonna be looking for us.
Not if they know that it's us.
What?
I mean, if we find it, but we don't let anyone know that we found it, then they're not gonna know that we found it.
I just want to make sure
Oh.
we were having this conversation in transit, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
See, the issue with that is if it does lead to all this gold like everybody's saying it does, somebody somewhere is going to find out if we keep it for ourselves. And I feel like that has bad news written all over it.
I mean, we can just take it, find a volcano, and then drop it in the volcano.
I mean, that works too.
Or we can just dump it in the ocean, get rid of it.
No, there's many ways to get it from the ocean.
Nobody's coming back from the volcano.
All right, Bill. What
Bill
did you get?
suddenly gets an idea.
Okay.
And Bill, what's in the chest?
I said I'll tell you guys back when we get to the yawning portal.
Okay.
Thank you for carrying it, by the way.
No problem. Also, I mean, we did talk about the guy that we captured, or not. I didn't go too much into detail because I
You
wasn't.
mean you didn't go into detail? I was listening through my owl the whole time.
Not on the first ship.
That's true.
Why? We clearly just effectively let them get away with murder. How many people were killed?
2.
There's too many.
4 people killed by
if I'm job
the
to stop him, we could just
drow
record
that
it.
we know of.
Also,
we already did stop him, and he's like,
yeah, but if they knew it was going on and didn't stop him, then they might as well have murdered the people.
now you're just trying to place blame.
No.
If they ordered the hit, or
I don't believe they knew.
You didn't ask. How would you know?
Apart from they had a guy following him, so they clearly did know. Because he was meant to follow him and protect him.
Then maybe they just didn't care. And again, it wasn't really.
There's a problem of them being evil.
And again, Noctis wasn't
agreed to work
really
with them.
there for that. If you wanted to ask them a question about that, you could have came along with.
Okay, I turn around and I walk back to the ship.
I mean, I can ask him.
I'm just gonna go back and ask him then.
No, I
Don't
mean,
blame me when an entire ship full of dead bodies shows up, okay?
We just can't send things. You can do that. I know you can.
Yeah, but he's just gonna choose not to reply.
Hmm?
And
I
I'm
mean,
also
why
not
would he
wasting a
choose not to
third level
reply?
spell.
I'll do it then.
I will follow now.
Go right ahead.
Okay.
I mean,
Shouldn't you do this in person? That way you can see his reaction.
Huh? Well, I'm just gonna ask it. See if he can stop it. He probably can if we to become allies.
Wait, no,
I do the quotation signs with the hands.
Wait, I thought it was already done. We already got the guy. Like the guy who's.
We did already get the guy, but the problem is if they were behind it, then they can't just get away with it.
I mean, then, well, we're not the police. Though. We're gonna get arrested again.
Sure, we're not, but I'm not just gonna work with murderers.
Well, we're not.
Regardless if they stab the people and cut off their heads or not.
I mean, I think we're always working for murderers.
Okay, I'm confused.
I have never worked for a murderer, thanks. Don't know what kind of shady people you work for.
I mean, you don't know. Money does things to people.
Oh no, I know. As I point to Vil.
What do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
And besides, we need these people on our side.
Do we though?
Well, they're the ones that I know. It's either them, or we can try talking to the Xanathar gang, or the other gang, which we openly attacked.
How about we don't work with any of the gangs? We just retrieve the stone.
That's the thing. We don't know where the stone is. They have a network in which we can use.
We're pretty damn resourceful. I'm sure we can find it on our own.
I look at the group, just dead stare, like resourceful. Think back, like all the time that we pretty much just like stumbled across things. Like, no, that's just pure luck.
No, I wouldn't call it luck. I would call it fate, not luck.
I'm glad you have such high belief.
Anyway, Leo, you gonna send the sending?
What do you
I'm
want me
gonna
to
go
tell him
back.
exactly, though?
Ask him if he knew that the dude was killing people.
Okay.
Who are you targeting with sending?
It's Jorlax.
The captain.
He's the leader, right? Yeah. I mean, he should know about all the things that his followers are doing.
You know what? I don't know who you're sending. Just yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah. So I'll send it to him and ask if he. Did you know that some of your people were killing elves?
Is anything else?
Uh,
Yeah, 25 words.
if you did, can you make them stop?
No, we already got them.
No, I know, but they could be more. That's my point.
Right. He says, says, I found out recently, and it seems that has been taken care of. It is very unfortunate. He was a good worker other than his slight insanity.
Okay, I'll cast it again and says, and I'm just gonna ask if he condoned it, like if he allowed it.
He says, no, I do not support the death of innocents. I had hoped my sending of dude's name. Where's my notes? Sending of Drac would steer him to a different course. But unfortunately, somebody else did the steering. And now it's no longer a problem.
Okay, I'll relay that all the information to Knocker.
So he knew and did nothing, pretty much. Because we know for a fact that that guy wasn't there to stop him.
Yeah.
Just watch him. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go find the captain guy, whatever the hell his name is, the guard, and go inform him of what we learned.
Okay.
Heistus?
Yeah, that guy. Everyone else can go do whatever they want. I suppose I won't go blow up the ship. Feels bad.
How much do you tell Heistus Daggett?
I've done everything.
All right. That'll work. And then
Also ask him what he's going to do about it.
he says, if it really is Jarlax Sylvain I'm not sure there's much I can do about it, but we will keep the guard informed, and we will increase guard presence at the fair. We will keep the innocent safe. I don't see our city making a move on Jarlaxle himself.
Would you have a problem if I did?
As long as there aren't innocents taken in the process.
Understood.
Remember,
No.
keep the blood off the streets.
Mm-hmm. Keep on the boat. Roger that.
And
I'll go back to meet up with these guys unless they all followed me.
No.
And he will tell you that he's relatively certain that the hearing for Zane will be coming up soon. He said, does not seem to be in your friend's favor.
Oh no!
Well, I was unconscious at the time, so I can't say anything of that. But thank you for the information.
It's nice to know you're staying out of trouble.
Mm-hmm. We're trying. Kind of. Bye. And I'll just fly back to the yawning pool.
All right. What are you guys doing at the portal?
I'm talking with Miss Bonnie McMurray, about the encounter outside the front with the little tieflings and the name drop.
And she will say, "You're sure it was Willifort?"
100%. My DM told me.
You pray to your god real quick, and he answered.
Yes. my god of DMs.
And she says, "That's great. Then he's alive at least. I mean, do you have any other information?"
They were tieflings. I don't know if that means anything to you.
She says, "I think most of the tieflings in the city, in some way or another, work with the Castellander family."
Castellanter.
Yeah. She says there's not, unfortunately, a lot of people in the city that will hire tieflings, and they don't seem to have any qualms with it.
Hey, do you know where I can find these Castellanters?
Yes, they are in the Crystal Ward ? I have too many tabs pulled up.
No such thing.
They Sea Ward. And no. So you guys are still on the ship map. And I gotta do this the hard way. There's the portal for a second. And bring you guys over here where I'm at. Right here is the Castellanter Villa.
Alrighty. What time is it roughly in the day?
Probably a little after 2 at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say around 2.
I guess I will let my friends here. Well, I'll stick around after talking with her and see if we're gonna have an actual game plan. That's what I'll do.
All right.
Knockers, did you relay your little sending conversation with what's his face?
Hmm?
Did you relay your conversation with what's his face that you're sending conversation
I
to us?
flew over there to him.
Oh, you flew. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he went and found him.
Oh, I gotcha. I missed the fly part. I thought you were using sending. Did you relay that to us when you were done?
No.
Okay.
As you guys kind of seem reluctant about attacking the ship, so
I don't know. I was with you on the fireball
I'm
part,
sat
that's all
having
I'm
a
saying.
drink in my own head right now while you guys talk. Definitely not looking up how the best way to set ships on fire.
Can we get a room or something?
We have rooms, don't we? Technically.
Yeah, I think you. Yeah, for now you guys have standing rooms.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was like an every time we came in thing or like.
No, I think it's like 2 silver a night or something like that. You guys have a tab going.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Can we go
I'm staying
upstairs
with
then?
Bonnie, so saving me those silvers.
I'm staying in anyone's room, and I'm just putting the mansion there whenever I need to sleep.
Can we go upstairs then?
Yeah.
That was the yes. You guys rented one room and then you hide the mansion door in it.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
think me and fucking shit Zane have our own rooms, right? And we paid for
I
them.
think you did. Yeah.
But I will join them, but not
Oh.
really be listening.
All right. Hey, you guys are up there with the treasure chest. This thing is waterlogged and the lock is rusted.
Vil has a new lock for her fancy chest. Yeah, let's open it. She's gonna try and open it.
All right. So we need an athletics check to try to pry it open.
Can someone else try?
Well, in that case,
I'm good with my fingers, but not so much with the whole thing.
No comment.
I am being very good about this right now.
Yeah.
My strength is not really there. Might want to have Onyx do it.
He's not on chat right now.
Oh,
Xylo's pieced out for a hot second.
Ruh-roh.
Fuck. Can I jam my sword into it and pry it open with that?
can I try and help him?
Yep. Athletics at advantage.
Got this.
Big old -1 here.
Hey!
Nice. Nicely done. So yes, wedge your sword between the waterlogged boards and start to press down on it, and Owen gives just a little bit of a nudge to help you, and the lid pops open.
What's
Brace for an
inside?
explosion.
Boom, we're all
No
dead.
explosion.
What's inside?
There is a pile of silver coins. You
Ooh.
I
investigate
ain't fucking
further.
counting those.
Yes, of course.
All right. Go ahead and make me a perception check
Oh, but what
Or-
about investigation?
or investigation.
Oh,
Actually, investigation would be better. All right, that's actually high enough. All right, so it is 300 silver. There is a golden amulet in the shape of an octopus with amethysts for eyes. That's worth 250 gold pieces. And the lid has a secret compartment
Ooh.
with
heck
a
yeah.
stoppered wooden scroll tube.
Bill's gonna take this and put it in her pouch for a second. She wants to cast detect magic on it as a ritual later, just to make sure the way she opens it doesn't make it explode or something.
Okay.
Clearly, it was valuable if they took the time to hide it.
All right.
What
Yeah,
was the amulet?
It was worth 250 gold pieces.
It was in the
It's just-
shape of an
it's
octopus.
Yeah, a golden amulet in the shape of an octopus with amethysts for eyes.
Worth.
250 gold pieces.
Vil likes that very much. Oh, yeah, you guys are probably wondering where I got all that.
Just a little.
I met a new friend. He's a water dragon.
Okay.
Oh, the other important thing. They're building something underneath the water. The people on the ship. The second one we went to. They have a bunch of gnomes down there with Drow watching over them. it almost looks like the drow are watching over them, like forcing them to do it. But they seem to be building almost this kind of manta ray like metal structure that I think, I don't really know obviously, but it seems to be like some sort of transport vessel that works under the water. So like it's some sort of like submarine transport system.
This
Welcome back, Leo.
Onyx.
Onyx. Oh, yeah. Rip.
You're getting as bad as me.
It's those two. I always mix them up.
I fail to see how.
I think it's just Onyx that you mix up with everyone else.
Yeah, you're right.
I keep getting Onyx and Owen. And then reverting back to your old characters.
So they have slaves. Bad.
What?
Well, you just said they had slaves.
Oh, yeah.
While she's discussing this, I will ritual cast Identify, I think, on her skull case.
I mean, I slipped it into my pouch.
Oh, okay.
But okay.
I was gonna help you out. So you guys
Oh.
can chat while I do
I mean,
that for you.
would you mention that?
Yeah, I'll mention it that I could do it for you.
Yeah, sure. Then I'll hand it over to you, yeah. I have no problem with it. I just wanted to tell myself. And while I was down there, I actually got really scared for a moment there. I dove down sort of deep because I was looking to see if there was anything along the line that they might have like been trying to get down to, so they like something that they would have needed a long travel time for. But I wasn't able to find anything. While I was down there, this shape came rushing up towards me, and I got really scared, and I just sort of changed into a shark really quick. But it ended up being this water dragon. And he was super friendly. He just wanted to know what they were doing. And so for telling him what I thought, I got a chest. And I like him. He's a good dragon.
What color was he?
Huh?
What color was he?
Yeah.
Make a nature check. Bronze.
He was a bronze dragon. His name is Zelif.
So he's a good dragon.
I mean, he seemed friendly enough. He didn't eat me.
I mean, it's a good start.
Huh?
I say it's a good start.
Yeah.
Being friendly, you know.
He also said something interesting about the city. See, he seemed very young, and he was he excited to go to the city to go in. But he said there's some sort of barrier that's keeping him out. And that's why he's staying in the water, because it's the most fun place he can be without obviously getting like shot. But he can't seem to go into the city.
There's
that
something
like
preventing him from
a-
coming in the city.
Normal thing in big cities, DM, that they might have a barrier protecting them from monsters and other things.
Or Onyx, do you know anything about this barrier?
I don't know.
Yeah, everybody can make a history check, and those from or have been to Waterdeep get to make it with advantage.
Ooh.
20.
Red.
Not natural.
Onyx.
Onyx wins.
Leo, having lived quite a while in this place, you know of Agarion's Dragon Ward. The city is protected by an undispellable magic effect that emanated from Agarion's tower. And you know, Agarion was a former wizard of the city that warded the city against dragons to keep the people safe.
Sucks to be dragons.
Oh, yeah, I'll share that with everyone.
And you know that the harbor itself and the dungeon complex beneath the portal are unaffected by this ward.
Share that too. See?
Say that again for me.
Hmm?
Can you say that again for me?
A Garyon's ward. Let's see if they might have it. Where would it be at in this thing? I might copy and paste it.
Okay. Bill, how were they breathing underwater?
Like who?
You said that there was drow and gnomes underwater.
They weren't. That might have been a bit misleading. They were underwater, but they were in the vessel. So like the water wasn't actually touching them. It was sort of like an offshoot, not quite, of the ship. So like they were working on like the bottom and the sides of it, but the top was still connected to the ship in a way. So they were able to get to and from the ship and still get air and everything.
Oh.
How are you breathing underwater, Bill?
Magic, of course.
Can you do it for everyone?
I mean, I could, yeah. Do you want to meet him?
Maybe
Well-
later, but can you cast water breathing on me?
Like right now?
Yeah, please.
Why? You want to go down?
Not to meet the dragon. I want to see this thing, though.
I mean, yeah, do we all want to go?
Yeah, let's save the gnomes.
We can't just go and attack it.
Why?
I mean, if you cut off the thing, then the gnomes and will drown.
There's got to be a way in, though, without laying in water. Otherwise, I had to get in there.
I mean, they got in through the ship.
Well, then we're going through the ship.
Wait,
That's a little easier than you're making it sound, or little not as easy as you're making it sound.
and I'd prefer we don't fight them.
They have slaves. Can't let them keep slaves.
See, I was not there for that. All right. Well, now that I know they have slaves, well,
If you're worried about getting in trouble, I've had to go ahead from.
it's not so much getting in trouble. It's more about, do we really want to fight an entire gang?
I mean, I'll come clean. I was planning to do it with all without you guys tonight, regardless.
What?
I mean, you guys seem to not want to fight them. I gotta go ahead.
I thought they were good, but now I know they're bad.
Yeah, I was hoping that they would be good.
There's not very many drow that are good.
I did not know that.
Vil silently thanks herself that she turned into a child high elf and not.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not just gonna kill them all for no reason just because they're drow. But it's better to assume that they're evil first and find out later that they're not. As long as later on they're not dead.
I find that kind of rude to just assume something of someone without even knowing them.
I mean, no offense, but do you know how drow society works? They are very much evil and they all worship an evil god. Plus, they like spiders, which is just weird.
I mean, I like rocks.
I'm not surprised.
To each their own. I like mice.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
No, it's not. It's all weird.
I
We
mean,
all
we
like
have
weird
humans.
things.
Accurate.
Well, whatever. So we're gonna try saving those slaves. We can't enter to the bottom because you said it'll let all the water in.
Oh,
I
Nice.
love that.
I mean, my plan was we set one of the ships on fire. It would distract them long enough to get into one of the other ships.
Hmm. I want to say that would work.
I mean, easily we get a big enough rowboat, stack it with oil and kindling and other things that easily burn, go underwater with the water breathing, send the rowboat up to the side of the ship, set it on fire. It's going to cause a pretty big fire and set the side of the ship on fire pretty damn quickly. And be a pretty damn good distraction.
there was also the side of the ship that had a bunch of gunpowder in it.
What was
You
that?
said we couldn't do fireball because it would kill everyone inside, and now you want to blow it up.
No, I was just contributing.
Maybe we shouldn't go with the fire attack.
I mean, maybe we just avoid the gunpowder.
I mean, we don't know if there's slaves on the other ships either. We could go interrogate Drac again, the one we captured alive.
I mean, we could, but the thing is, like I said, the fire that I'm talking about is not going to burn down the entire ship. And even
Oh.
if it does, I'll have plenty of time to get off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Wouldn't- Hmm. Would if we do the shifting, wouldn't they be able to see it?
I mean, it depends how dark it is. I also have darkness I can cast on it. So I'll be able to see through my darkness and guide the rowboat, and the darkness I can put it on myself so it follows me. So it'll be completely obscured.
What time is it right now?
Probably around 3.
3? Okay. What I know the lunar cycle right now.
Um. Make. Let's see. Just roll a D100 for me.
Okay.
What is it? The waxing. You're coming up on a full moon. Probably another 4 or 5 nights
Hmm.
for a full
So it's
moon.
going to be fairly bright.
Can be fairly bright. And if you cast darkness on it, they're probably going to see that.
I mean, it depends how cloudy it is as well, though.
You guys don't have a druid anymore.
Well, you have slaves.
Is there a way, instead of setting it on fire necessarily, we could like puncture a hole in the side of it so it starts filling with water inside?
That's what I was thinking. But we're not going to be as effective with our weapons when we're down there.
I mean,
What about your dragon friend?
I mean, he isn't that big. Like, when I turned into a shark, I was bigger than him.
Fucking how big of a shark did you turn into?
I
mean,
don't
in
know.
that
I just kind of panicked. It was kind of large. I just went with something that seemed big and scary.
yeah, if that's the case, maybe you should make a hole in the ship, though.
I could do that. Probably.
I was also thinking with enough like Eldritch Blast to the side of the ship, it would probably make a hole.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be noisy?
Exactly. Well, I think making a hole in the side of the ship is going to be noisy regardless, unless we have like a fucking drill.
I mean, we can just get some, what's it called, like some, yeah, just some hammer and nails, like long enough nails, just
That's going to be noisy as well.
underwater.
But the Eldritch Blast would be underwater as well.
See,
That's what I mean. It's still going to go boom, boom, boom against the bottom of the ship, which people will hear.
Not during the party.
It depends if they throw a party tonight.
From what Flex said, they throw a party almost every night.
The drills are a thing, right? Like hand drills would be a thing.
Hand drills would be, yeah.
I mean, we could probably just go buy some.
All right.
That's going to be the quietest way to just drill holes in it and slowly fill it with water.
To the bazaar. Also, did we see what was in the chest?
Yeah. It was 300 silver pieces, an amulet worth 250 GP, and then there was a scroll of them.
Okay.
DM,
Yes.
how do you read the spell? Would it be able to create a hole that water can pass through? Because I happen to have it prepared, like just in case of an escape was necessary.
This was the spell I was thinking.
All of my spells for today were prepared for like if I need to escape or fast or anything.
Yeah, water would definitely go through that.
So then we don't even need to make any sound.
So,
All right. Mission accomplished.
Jesus, magic is dumb.
Magic takes away all the fun.
How the fuck can anybody have a boat when that spell exists?
Because most people don't happen to have every transmutation that they can.
You know what? That's fair. I didn't even know that spell existed till right now.
I was thinking of it while you guys were talking about the hand.
Yeah, my character is based around transmutation spells. She has every single.
Oh,
And she's had like spells I haven't heard of before, like prepared for a very long time, like fabricate. Didn't know that was a thing, but like that's been prepared for a long time now.
yeah.
That's
Anyway,
crazy.
You
yeah.
can just about anything you want to make.
The only problem with that is going to create a big hole, right? And it's going to fill the ship quickly. Remember, we're still going to be at disadvantage if we fight underwater.
It only says it has to be up to 5 feet and then 8 feet tall and 20 feet deep. It doesn't have to be that large.
But it's got to be enough to sink it within an hour.
Hence the problem of sinking it is the problem because, I mean, we're not shit underwater, but we're a lot worse than we are.
I mean, at that point, it's not so much like all we need to do is just find out how big of a hole we need to make. Because if we just find that little answer, then yeah, that would essentially accomplish your goal.
Why do you guys have to be down there? Like, if I'm just doing this and leaving.
Oh, well, I'm not just freeing those people and leaving. I'm going after their leader to either kill or arrest him.
I would prefer rest.
Now you're
That depends on
100%
him.
sure that this guy just chose not to do anything about it, right?
That's what he said, and I'll ask him when I see him. But what he told Leo was a clear lie to what the guy who was under the influence of a spell told us. A spell in which he had to tell us the truth.
Wasn't the spell that he said that he was supposed to just keep an eye on him?
Exactly, which isn't
And isn't that
change
what
the way he thinks. No, the guy said he was going to. We sent that guy to go maybe change the way he thinks, hence stopping him from murdering people. But the dude was doing nothing but watching him. More than likely, whatever his name is, Jarlax, didn't care and just wanted his company's name to stay out of it. And if something bad was going to happen, the drow was probably meant to put a bullet in his friend's head and then leave. Just so happens we co-opted him, because remember what he tried to do? He tried to run immediately as soon as the guy died. He didn't care about avenging his friend. As soon as he saw that there was no point, he bolted. Or at least tried.
Didn't you immediately cut off his friend's head?
It wasn't immediately. He fucking shot me in the back twice.
And then you cut off his head. I think he might have
Okay.
ran more out of fear than out of lack of obligation or loyalty to his friend.
I mean, if one of you guys got your head chopped off, I wouldn't run away.
How about this? How about we go talk to this guy? See what he says. You want, we can go all of us, or just you and me. If it looks like it's going to turn bad, if it's just you and I can bamf us out of here, then we can just all go in together. Ruins the element of surprise, but then you can talk to him face to face and get the story for yourself.
I mean, if you really want to know all that, you could have just came with me the first time I went.
I was
really
under the impression that it was bad
you
for the
guys were
rest of
gonna
us to go with you.
And also that.
That's what you made it seem like.
I didn't talk to, goddamn, what was his name? Captain.
Well, we didn't know where you were going when you came back on top of the ship. Next thing we know, you're gone.
I told you I was going to go talk to the guy. You didn't tell me, like, hey, can you get this information from me? If I would have known that, I would have asked. I was doing my own thing, and you guys clearly had your own plans, and I wasn't part of it.
I mean, when we were talking about it originally in the tavern, you guys didn't say anything about the stone. We were talking about the murders. And the reason we were going to go
Well,
see him was to talk about.
No,
why
I was
the guy
talking
was
about.
murdered.
I was mainly talking about just going to go visit a friend.
To get information about the murders, because this friend works for the guy.
I didn't bring up anything about murders. That's what I'm trying to get at.
We know.
Which was the problem. We were under the impression that that's the whole reason you went.
Yeah, so if you wanted to know something,
We
from
discussed
him,
that at the table in the Yawning Portal, though.
I don't remember that discussion. Like even like legitimately, I remember that discussion.
The whole point of like going onto these ships was to learn about what the fuck was going on and why people were being murdered.
Yep. It's all
Like
good.
in and out of character, I didn't know anything about Stone until you guys started talking about
I think we were
it.
going on there for both of them.
Wow, so we forgot two important details.
Well, I don't think Nakas was around when we learned about the Stone of Galore.
Knockers wasn't.
He was
Oh.
out that session.
Yeah.
Like, that's why Knockers was like, what stone? Because he has no...
He has no idea.
Like, Owen sitting there relaying all this shit, and I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about Stone for?
And of course, I don't know that he was saying anything because I'm in the eyes of the owl.
Yep.
And I was just mainly focused on the stone, not so much on the murder, because to me that was already taken care of when we essentially chopped off the guy's head and arrested his accomplice.
But Owen repeated all the information about the stone that Jarlaxle shared, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
So
was
Knockers
repeating
is caught up
everything in
now.
that room verbatim.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
All right. So what do we want to do? Do we want to go talk to him with all of us, or just me and you, Knockers?
I just don't think we should go talk to him. I think we should go get the slaves out, and while that's happening, we can confront him. Or at least one of his men that are going to be there on that ship, because he's not going to leave it unguarded by plebs.
Did you mention anything about the little purple flash you saw at the house?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Because you were in the eyes and ears of your owl, so.
I mean, like afterwards or anything like that. But
It's logged and it might be relevant. Maybe not, though.
So, are we going to get the hand drills, or we're just going to scrap the whole thing in the boat?
Bill's just going to make a hole, right? So,
Okay. Well, I'm still going to head to the shopping district. I want to get my sword repaired.
I'm also going to go so I can sell all of the shit that we're carrying on the cart. Because this is annoying me. Every session I'm here, I keep forgetting to go and settle this crap.
All right, then we'll go together.
Sorry in advance, DM, that I'm about to sell like 50k worth of fucking things.
Okay.
Pretty much anything I can sell that's in that party loot that isn't magic item, I'm selling it.
Vil
And if Vil
cries
wants me to
internally.
keep stuff,
Yeah, is everything in there's got a money value, right?
yes, it does.
All right.
Vil wants to keep one of the fancy dresses.
Okay. Any of the jewelry?
One or two pieces.
Okay, so I'll change that to 2.
And a signed copy of Snow Dwarf and the Seven Whites.
Yes, and that.
Okay. So everything in there, apart from what's marked to stay.
All right. I will let you just go in and remove them and as your goal.
Massive shit. God damn.
Or do you want me to start?
No, I got it.
calculating?
I got it. Alright.
We can do it out of session if you want.
No, you can deal with Onyx. I'll go through and go get as much as I can done. First thing gives you 1,500
'Cause I-
gold.
we'll be
Damn
off for-
it.
Yeah, we'll be off for 2 weeks. If you guys want to work on that?
I'll work on it.
Should we try buying something to? Well, it's only gonna be one fight, so I don't know if you guys want to buy magic items for water, breathing, or swimming.
I mean, even out of water deep, it could still be very beneficial.
My spell also lasts for 24 hours. And I don't even have to really think about it. So, I mean, as long as you have me.
That's for water breathing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'd only need swimming then.
I mean, we could also pick up a couple of spears.
True.
But if you want to look for some items that give us the ability to swim, then go for it.
All right. While you guys are out and about, Nokris, you are approached by a very well-dressed man in the market area. And he's You notice him for a while sort of eyeing you as you're going about your business before he approaches and he says, I have need of security in next few weeks if you're in need of a job.
I'm kind of busy right now. When would you need this security?
Founders Day. 10, 12 days from now. I think it's next week.
Come see me in 3 days at the awning portal. If I'm still there, then we'll talk about it.
Excellent.
I can better write that down, otherwise I will forget.
What else you guys doing during your shopping?
Vil takes back her scroll from Owen.
Yeah, I would have identified it and handed it to you.
Yeah, thank you.
I would like to look while we're in the marketplace for some components to maybe continue building bad news.
Okay. Easy enough.
At some point, she would just want to give it to Knocker, I think, because it can only be used by a cleric or paladin.
I don't need a diamond if it's from a scroll, all right?
No, as long as you have it in, you can have it in your spell or your spell list. You can cast it without material components.
All right, I'll do that.
And I'll say what it is and everything.
I appreciate it. That's 2 I have now, just in case one of you guys die.
Two more and then you'll be all set.
How much would it cost to get my longsword repaired?
Probably around 10 gold pieces.
Okay. Go over to a blacksmith, give him 10 gold pieces. And I'll peruse his ware. Trying to see if he has a certain item.
What are you looking for?
I don't know if my character would know this, but I remember stumbling across an item called an oversized longbow.
Ooh. It says, I've had a special request a few years back to make one of those.
How long would it take for you to create such an item?
A week or so.
How much?
Look at that thing real quick. Exactly. I am going to say 100 gold on the longbow, and probably We're okay. I thought I accidentally closed out. About I'm gonna go ahead and go with the 300 on the bad news.
So 100 gold for the longbow. All right. I'll drop 100 gold. I'll give him 100 gold, and tell him I'll see you in a week.
He nods. Makes notes to begin the commission.
Jesus.
What's the matter?
You don't want to fucking know how much money this is.
It's funny, you guys are just gonna scoff off. I'm gonna get the fines.
It's 8,545 on top of all the rest of the money that we already have.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a fucking magic item shop around here somewhere.
Phil's gonna try and find a ring of swimming.
Yeah. Same. I'm gonna try using the guild to help me find it too.
All right.
I need to edit that. God, this also means I need to give Vil some of this money.
Vil just smiles and she doesn't know why.
Plus 2, 6, 8,
All right.
11,000. Wow.
All right. It's going to run about 400 gold pieces per ring.
Can we get multiple of them?
Asking around, and it will take multiple shops, but you would be able to outfit the party.
400 per ring.
So 2,000 gold. 24 if you're wanting to grab one for Zane on the off chance he gets out of prison.
I mean, I can deduct it right now if you guys want to.
Don't worry, Zane got one of the best lawyers. Money.
Was it Ring of Swimming?
Ring of swimming, yeah.
Okay. It's not achievement, which is good. Okay. Yeah, I'll just knock all from our gold right now. To 2,400, right?
Yes.
Okay. Paid for in full.
All right. And you guys can each add a ring of swimming. Right.
On the
Wow.
bad
Giving
news.
you 40 foot. Do what?
Jeez.
After I tried so hard to make peace with these guys.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Vil,
Yeah.
you have 2,207 gold.
Just add that right. 2,000, how many?
2,207.
Thank you.
And there is that much waiting for fucking Sid and Reed as well.
Is that how much I just added now?
Yeah, but I divided the total that we had left in gold pieces anyway. And yeah.
Nice.
Right. Anything else for shopping?
Yes, but Bill doesn't know what she's looking for.
Magical items.
Oh,
Hey,
you want me to
yeah,
roll the randoms?
actually, that's more gold than Vil can carry, so she has to.
I mean, it can stay in the bag of holding.
Vil
Oh,
has
you
to
could
go
get a bag of holding. There it is.
The third one.
Yeah.
Is there a particular magic shop around?
There are tons of magic shops.
She'll try and find one.
All right. Are you looking for a general trader, armory, weapons, alchemy, scribes, wandrite?
Not really clothes, because she notices that she has a lot of magic things. And she can't actually carry a whole lot more magic things that require her to be very like connected with them.
Okay.
So things that would not require attunement, ideally. Which sort of leaves out a lot of like the clothes and stuff like that. Some rings, some other stuff. Not really looking for any staff because she likes hers, or weapons really. Armor, maybe, but I'm not sure how that would work with a wizard actually, because it couldn't be like,
Yeah, you would have to have proficiency.
yeah.
Magical robes.
I already have a cloak though. Can you wear a cloak and a robe?
Yes. Technically.
If there's magical robes, Vil would be interested in them.
All right. What are there for? Why are there so many magic items?
There's a lot of magic items.
There's tons. Remind me later to send you. I have a link for some items.
Also might be looking for something to like make her stronger.
All right. So, Nocris, you're looking in the ballpark of about 2,600 gold pieces.
Rest in peace, money.
For your first choice.
The second choice would be actually full plate instead of half plate.
That would be probably around 3,800.
Shakers. Okay. We have so much fucking money.
Easy come, easy go.
I'd be poor as fuck if I bought that though. It's 10 gold pieces for platinum, right?
Yes.
So,
Trying to isolate the robes in this.
Jesus. Okay.
Uh,
Sorry.
You said 3,600 for the second choice, right?
for +1 plate.
Mithril plate.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I'll hand over 360 of my platinum.
Alrighty.
That's funny.
Alright. I'm seeing robe of useful item,
Yeah.
scintillating color.
What's that?
That is 3 charges, regains 1d dawn. While you wear it, you can use an action to spend a charge garment to display a shifting pattern of dazzling hues until the end of your next turn. During this time, the robe sheds bright light to 30 radius and dim light to additional 30. Creatures that can see you have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. In addition, any creature in bright light that can see you when the robe's power is activated must succeed a wisdom save DC 15 or become stunned by the effects.
Oof. No. Anything else?
No, not that one. You guys aren't that high level yet.
Aww. No legendary item?
It'd be super expensive.
Yes. Have you guys ever looked at the robe of the Archmagi?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It's so good.
20 AC and no disadvantage on stuff anymore. I like it.
Yeah. I'm going to throw this up in the chat for anybody that hasn't. I always felt like it'd be easier to just get the DMG out than try to use the internet. I know how the book is laid out. All right.
Kind of using this.
Robe of useful items, robe of the Magi, robe of stars, centaurs, and robe of eyes.
What's the robe of stars?
That one. +1 bonus while you wear it. It's an action to pull off one of the stars and use it to cast magic missile at a 5th level. Daily at dusk, 1d6 removed stars reappear. While you wear the robe, you can use an action to to enter the astral plane along with anything you are wearing and carrying. You remain there until you use an action to return.
It's attunement.
Is that once per day or whenever I want?
Seems like whenever you want. It doesn't have a cap on that. But getting on up there in price on that one.
Question.
I figured.
How much more would a cloak of the manta ray cost other than a ring of swimming?
What's the rarity on it?
It's uncommon.
Uncommon. It would be about the same.
Okay, because I would want to buy one of those instead of the ring if I could.
Okay, yeah, you can switch that out. Same price.
I do have no cloak.
Yep, I would put the row of stars somewhere around 10,000.
Ooh.
It's good. It's also a very
Yeah.
rare magic item.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yeah, caster magic items are a lot more generally.
Could I go for a robe of useful items instead?
Yes. That one will be about 400.
Bill's more than down for that one.
All right.
Do you want to roll or should I for what the extra patches are?
You can.
Four.
Yeah, 40. Damn, 13 patches. Nice.
Roll 13 D100.
Yep.
I got a 99.
Nice.
That never happened.
Damn, you rolled really high on that stuff.
Okay.
You got some good stuff.
Yeah. What is my spell scroll containing one spell of third level?
All right, let me pull that up. All right.
Okay. Just add it manually.
It would.
What?
That high says roll again. Seriously? I'm glad we're not playing Call of Cthulhu.
What would happen if we were?
You want to roll low.
Hmm.
So we're
we
all
should
insane. The house is on fire, and fucking someone's got a tentacle arm.
So it sounds like we should be playing Call of Cthulhu next.
I see that Xylo just wants to murder me because I roll high. I see how it is.
All right. That would be a scroll of spider.
Oh, I already have that spell.
You have every spell.
Yeah. Do you have sleep?
Yes.
Damn it. Roll one more time. What about a tiny hut?
I do not have that one.
There you go.
Nagris, I have a bunch more things you can sell.
Fuck. I'm retiring. I'm becoming a merchant.
All right. Anything else at the market?
I mean, good unless Vil actually wants me to sell all this stuff.
I mean, she has 10 gems worth 100 GP that she doesn't know what to do with.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can just add 1,000 GP. What?
Sure.
So you bought the robe for 400, and then you pulled 1,000 out of one.
Yep.
Okay, so I need to. Okay. 1,000 and then calculator. So it's an extra. Okay. So he can give you. I mean, realistically, it's all your money, Vil. So. I mean, you can just keep the 1,000.
Okay. I do also have. Give me a second. Uh, 4 silver coffers worth 50 GP each.
Wait, what? Oh, the low. No, that's their. It says it's their 500 GP each.
you can figure this out because that's all your money.
So that's 2,000 more. You said 4 of them.
Yep.
So yeah, you pulled 3,000 gold out of the pockets.
Can I find another one of these? These are some very useful items.
Alright, okay.
I also have a rowboat now if we ever need that. As well as 2 windows, 2 riding horses with saddlebags, a pit, and a portable ram.
You could use the window to put a window in the bottom of the boat.
I mean, just
Smash
smash it.
the window.
There you go.
5th level spell not needed. Become pay to win players.
I'm pretty sure we can find another Strahd's castle and raid that as well.
All right. Anything else at the market?
I'm good. Unless we want more potions of healing.
We should probably pick some of those up.
We currently have 4 graters in the bags.
Or maybe a potion that prevents those brain dog things from turning your brain into goo.
Yeah, I don't think there is a potion that prevents that. Maybe protection from evil and good does, though. I don't know. Those things are fucking nasty, right?
Yeah, those things would probably one-shot me. They don't even need to roll too high to kill me. I'm surprised I didn't even go down from that thing. Like I did, but I wasn't comatose.
Alright. How much would 4 more potions of Grave Healing cost us?
Those the greater. I usually think on this a piece.
Okay. I'll just take that out of the many from the party. 200 times 4. 100. Okay. Okay.
Anything else?
Kind of think if I should buy a mask or something to hide myself. If we do fight them, they're not gonna know. Oh, goddamn! He already betrayed us. Didn't even wait 24 hours.
Phil's gonna put some of her newly acquired gold into her chest. Her kind of rickety chest, but she's gonna put her lock of trickery on it.
Mm-hmm.
You said 300 silver pieces can fit, so that means 300 gold pieces can fit.
Mm-hmm. You can probably fit 500 total if you just cram it tight.
Okay.
So we'll just do 6. 3, 1. 3.
I've still never used my potion of poison that looks like a healing potion.
No. You got that a long time ago.
Yeah, and it's still chilling at her hip.
Everybody good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. As you guys set out from the market, where are you guys headed? It is probably about 5 in the afternoon now.
Would I have had time while they're at the market to go drop by the Castellantis real quick?
Yes.
All right, so yeah, so while they're doing that, I would have gone to the Castellantis to talk to whoever's in charge there.
All right. You would have been greeted at the door by a older tiefling man.
Okay. I will say my name is Owen McMasterson. May I ask what your name is, sir?
He says, my name is Mr. Crowlett. He says, I'm afraid that the Lord Castellanter is out at market.
It would be that way. Could you just let him know that Owen McMasterson called by? I am staying at the Arming Portal if he wishes to find me. If not, I'll try again another day.
Absolutely.
All right, I appreciate it, and I'll give him a gold for his troubles.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's all I wanted to do.
All
I'll
right.
make my way back to the rest of the group at the marketplace.
So where do you guys head from the marketplace?
We
Probably
want to
the
get
unimportant.
chill till nighttime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. As you make your way to the yawning port, there is a huge explosion from the dock ward.
Oh,
Is it
And
like
that's
where
all
in
you
the
do.
dock ward? Like where are we standing and where's the explosion happening?
Let's see. You guys, you know where the port is?
Yawning portal's
I
like
think so.
here, right?
Yep. The yawning portal's there. And you guys hear the explosion in this direction.
Do we check it out, guys?
I
Yeah, that's where the ships were, right?
I left for a little bit, but I promise I did not go to the docks.
Nagris. Is Nagris here?
Wasn't me, dude. I'm sitting there
Maybe-
counting fucking
maybe
gold for the
Zane's
past
looking
2
up-
hours.
All right,
No.
let's go. And I will send the owl flying ahead.
I'll
Alright.
call the
I-
Pegasus.
Fly up.
And this is where we'll pick up in
2 weeks,
Why you gotta stop it there?
because he's mean.
Come on.
Hey, if you ask me, this is a win in my book. I don't have to fight those guys now.
We're still fighting them, dude.
I mean, we don't know that that's their ship.
I mean, true, but also
Worst DM ever stopping at a time like this. Come on.
Dude, that's the difference between a cleric and a paladin right there. The paladin didn't hesitate and wait and plan it out. He just smited the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, that gif.
Oh, I gotta bring up Discord now so I can see it.
You know, just sat there counting gold. Okay, this person gets this much.
I love it.
All right, guys.
so next game will be
2 weeks.
The
The
10th?
10th.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh boy, and wait, so it's next week. We got to move our clocks.
Yeah, next week I lose an hour right before or gain an hour.
Wonder what happened with Zane.